Hi everyone, Emily here with Emily's Crafting Crochet, and what I'm going to do is take all these little balls, these are all my extra yarn, and I'm going to make this pattern. Now you start from this end, you go to here, and then you cut it off. So you can see that you have little frillies on each end, which does not bother me because I am making long pieces to sew together to make a blanket with all my scraps. Instead of just making one big one, this goes by a lot faster. I can make one nice panel, and then I can wait till I have a whole bunch more scrap yarn, make another panel, and then I'll sew them together. Mine is going to be all different kind of stitches and stuff that I just feel like I want to do at the time because they're scraps. But I want to show you just how to do this one. Now this would make a really nice scarf. It's really nice and thick. And when you go like this, you can really feel that it's thick. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple pattern, so you can just start with any color you want. Now, when I get to the end and I end it, I like to change my color. Now, if you wanted to have a pattern, you could have a skein of 3 colors, maybe. I think if you wanted to have, if you had 2 colors, you'd just make a lines of each color, which would be really cool. But if you had 3 different colors, that's when you'd start getting a pattern effect. So I'm going to make a slip knot, and I am using a 5.0 crochet hook. Now these yarns are all different. They're either, I love this yarn, Mainstay, Red Heart, just acrylic yarn. So I'm just using the standard 5.0. So my panels that I've been making for my blankets is 20 stitches. So I'm going to do 20, chain 20, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 20 here. I'm going to continue with this pink. So I'm going to, okay, so I'm coming out of the 20th stitch, so I'm going to chain 1 more. That way I know when I count to make sure that my count is right, I'm going to have 20 stitches. So go into your very first stitch, and I'm just going into these top loops right here, all the way across, single crochet. This is going to work up pretty fast too, especially since I'm only doing 20 stitches in my row. It works up really quick. Now my panels are about 6 foot tall when I hold them up. And I'll just keep doing this until I have enough panels to make a blanket of the size that I want. Okay, so I have 20. So when you get here at the end, you can make this as long or short as you want, depending on what you're going to use it for. Now what I like to do, because I don't want it to come loose, I just tie a knot, and I try to make it go down as close to the end as I can. Now I'm pretty comfortable it's not going to come loose. So let's pick another color. We're going to tie a slip knot. And we're going to go back here and start. So you're always going to be working on this side of your project. So now what we're going to do, your very first stitch and your very last stitch, you're going to go through 2 loops. All of the ones in the middle, you're going to crochet in the back loop only. So this very first stitch, we're going to go under 2 strands, and we're going to grab our yarn and pull it up, grab our yarn and pull it through. And what we did is we made a single crochet. So now all the way across, what we're going to do is we're going to go into this back loop only. You can see that back loop, okay? Back loop only, and we're going to do a single crochet all the way across. Okay, so I'm here at the end. I have my last stitch right here, and I'm going to go underneath both strands of that last stitch, and I'm going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to chain one, pull it tight, make your tail as long as you want it, and then I'm going to do my slip knot. And this just, you know, it reassures me that this is not going to come loose. Okay? So here what we have so far. So now pick another color. Let's see, what color sounds good? I think I want to do this color. I want it to be nice and contrasting so that you can see the pattern. Because you could make this into a really nice pattern, blanket, scarf. So now I'm going to take another skein of yarn and do my slip knot. Put it on my hook. Now I want to go into my very first, right here where you did it last time, your very first stitch right here. You're going to go under both, excuse me, cat hair. Going to go under both those skeins, both strands of yarn, and you're going to do a single crochet. Pull your yarn up, have two strands on there, pull it through both. Now, we are going to start doing the pattern, okay? So this very first one is always going to be just like I did, okay? So now you can decide if you want it to go into the back first or go down the below, but I think I want to go down below. So what we're going to do is, I don't want to confuse you, but what we're going to do now is we're not going to go into this. We're going to go down here in the front loop of the row before. So we're going to yarn over because we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to go into that front loop and finish our double crochet. Pull it through, go through two, go through two. Okay? Now, you're not going to go into this stitch back here because if you do, you're going to be increasing. So skip the stitch back here, go into the next stitch, and you're going to do a single crochet. Okay? Your next stitch, you're going to yarn over. Don't go into this one because you just did that one. You got to skip it. Go into the next one. Go into the front loop of the row down below and do a double crochet. Okay? Now, the next one, we're going to go into that back loop. We're going to do one single crochet. We're going to yarn over. And, oh, make sure you don't get that one in the back. You got to check that. And so you're going to skip this first. You did this one, so skip this one and go into the next one, which is the front loop of the last row. Make sure you don't go into the one behind. Go into the next one. Yarn over. Skip one front loop. Go into the next one. And I'm just going to be quiet and let you watch me do this so I'm not confusing you. Sorry, my cats got into my yarn. So I got cat hair on it. Okay. Double crochet, going to go into the front. Make sure I don't go into that one, go into the next one, single crochet, yarn over, come in the front, don't go into that one, skip one, is what I mean, excuse me, double crochet, go back, make sure you don't go into that one, go into the next one, yarn over, go to the front loops, don't do that one, go to the next one. Look in the back, skip one, go to the next one. You're going to go in that back loop. Look in the front loops, you're going to skip one, yarn over, do a double crochet in the next one. Go in the back, make sure you skip one. Single crochet, yarn over, skip one of the front ones, go into the next one. Double crochet. Skip one, go to the next one, single crochet. Now when you get to the end, remember that that last stitch, you're always going to go through both of those strands right here and do a single crochet. Chain one and pull tight and cut. And we're going to do a slip knot. I got a hair in there. Okay, we're going to do a slip knot and try to push it down as close as we can. Now you can start seeing the pattern. Okay, so we're going to start over here again. And let's use this yellow. I'm going to pull some out. I'm going to do a slip knot. Put it on my hook. So remember, on the first one right here, you can always tell it's right next to that knot. We're going to go under 2 strands and we're going to do a single crochet. Now, since your first one here is this, we know that above that one, we're going to go into the back and do a single crochet in that back loop. The next one, we're going to yarn over. We're going to go in here and we're going to do a double crochet. See, now it will be easier to find where you're doing your double crochet. Okay, because now you can see that's where my single crochet goes. This is where my double crochet goes. This is where my single crochet goes. So you're just going the opposite of what you did the last roll. And this is what you're going to do for the rest of your blanket. You have just now created your pattern. So if you can get through that last row, it makes it a lot easier to see where you're going to be going down for your next row. That's why it's really important when you come here that you stay in the back loop, because this is where you're going to come down in the next row and grab that, just like right here. So this is just a double crochet and a single crochet. And make sure that you get both loops at the beginning and at the end. And here at the beginning, I'm going to do my last front double crochet. That's what that's called. And now this last stitch, I'm going to do my single crochet. And I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to end it and tie my knot. See, now this is just a repeating row, and I'm just going to keep doing that until this gets as long as I want it to be. I'm going to do one more row with you. Excuse me, I just rammed you. Okay, I'm going to use this pretty red so you can get a nice good look at it. I'm going to do my slip knot, put it on my hook. I'm going to go here to where you can see my knot, and I'm going to go under both strands of yarn. And I'm going to do my single crochet. Now I'm going to look here. So I know right here I want to go in the front, so I'm going to yarn over and do my double crochet. Single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double. And I'm not doing it really slow. I just want to emphasize that if you're a beginner, you can still do this. Just take your time. Back loop, front loop, back loop. And this is very thick, so even if you just used the same color throughout the whole blanket or whatever you're making, it's still going to have a beautiful pattern to it, and it's going to be nice and thick. So please give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you liked this tutorial on how to use your scraps, and if you decide that you want to give it a try, you might want to try with a small piece first so you can get the hang of it, and then try something a little bit larger. Okay. And then go through both loops at the end. Single crochet at the end, and then tie it tight. There you go. Well, you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Remember that you're awesome. I'll be back soon with another tutorial. Isn't that pretty? Thank you. Bye.